Hi, welcome to Two Non-Doctors. I'm Liz Mealy.
I'm Maria Shahada.
We're back.
We are.
Together.
Yeah.
You guys are so lucky. We just performed in Baltimore for 3 days. Which decided to be the coldest time of the year.
It was intolerable, but Baltimore was amazing. It was like the people of Baltimore made up for the weather of Baltimore.
I think this is actually probably the most, because I usually don't take the hotel and travel and stay somewhere else. So this is the longest I've stayed and perused Baltimore. Mm. First time I think I've had crab.
I'm going to take credit for that.
You should absolutely take credit for that.
Because we got our meals were provided by the comedy club for our dinners, and they had this crab salad, and I got it because I was trying to be healthy because I've been not healthy.
She is not.
Just lots of just constantly eating peanut butter cups. And so anyway, I got these crab salads, and I was expecting it to be like imitation crab, but it was real crab, and I was like, oh right, I'm in Maryland.
Dude, I remember people telling me, like I'll be like, oh, what'd you do this weekend? They're like, oh, we went up to Maryland for the weekend so we could get crab. And it's like, cool. Like, I just didn't, like, and that's it. Then we did this, and then we did, it was literally, and I was just like, one, as somebody that's not a foodie, and two, as somebody that's not, like, a seafood person, I was like, whatever. And then I had that salad, and I was like, this is really good. Mm-hmm. And then me and my mom at the cafe we went to, Blue Moon. We went to Blue Moon Cafe. Very spooky. Big fan of its year-long spookiness. But it had like a crab omelet.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
$30, but they split it.
We split it, yeah. But it was enough. Like, it was so much food. But, like, I think you're right. Like, I've only had, like, imitation crab or, you know, crab that's, like, soaked in poison. I don't know. Like,
what crab are you eating?
Fucking crabs that come out of New York, the Hudson River or whatever. That, like, crabs that, like, have no arms.
Corpse crab. Crab like, marinating in dead human corpse.
Yeah, mafia crab. I've had mafia crab, and it's not what it was sold. But I was like, this weekend is when I was like, oh, I get it now. Yeah. Especially with it being, like, crab stuff everywhere, and it's like, take it down a notch, guys.
Especially what I love about it is we didn't have to, like, crack a crab and, like, eat it. And they were just like, here's some lumpy ass crab, and you're like, this is so good.
And like between the dressing that you chose for that salad and the crab, it's like, it's just a salad. But I was like, this, I feel, first of all, healthiest either of us have ever been. Mm.
It was literally iceberg lettuce and crab and apple cider vinaigrette. It was like a Fuji apple cider vinaigrette. And like,
this is a food show now. Sorry.
We started. So, like, Baltimore, there's so many things we could have talked about with Baltimore. We started with crab, and
we're, like, telling people, like, we discovered it. Like, guys, they have pretty good crab
there. You ever heard of crab?
Dude, so good. I get it now. I get it now. And the audiences were just fun. They were good shows.
Yeah. And thank you to, like, the people who came out to see me, because they're fans of ours for the podcast, but they're also fans of you, and they could have seen you closer to their homes, but they traveled all the way to Baltimore to be able to see the both of us, and I appreciated that. So
yeah, you got limited Maria America opportunities. We did West Coast last year for the most part when you were here last summer, and then this time we're doing East Coast. Is Chicago Midwest?
It is Midwest.
Oh, good. I whispered that like you guys weren't going to hear how dumb I was.
Oh, I thought you were like embarrassed for Chicago. You're like,
no, I was embarrassed for myself.
Midwest?
I was like, is Chicago Midwest? Yeah. So this time is East Coast Midwesty.
Yeah,
Maria. There's so many things that we need to talk about with Baltimore. My favorite was what we learned about on Saturday when we were walking to the club.
With the goat people?
The goat people, yo!
Look, it just came out of nowhere. That's the thing. It's like we're just walking Baltimore had already established itself as a spooky city. And I wrote a Substack about it, guys. This is my first Substack.
It's very
Never
good.
done it before. Follow me, Maria Shahada. I guess you would subscribe. mariashahada.substack.com. And I wrote a full article on my thoughts of Baltimore.
I bet you we could put the link in the description.
Damn, no.
Danny, Substack.
Magic. We have to decide where we're pointing.
Well, if it's a description, it's down there.
Okay.
So let's start this way. We went to a farmer's market, and I saw a guy dressed like in furs and stuff.
He had like fur and horns, and we just bought one guy
We were like, ha ha ha, Baltimore, you're cute.
Yeah.
And then I was in the elevator, and I was in the elevator with like 3 goat people, and I was like,
I wasn't in that elevator. I missed them.
But I genuinely, the girl kept being like, it's really hot. And I was like, yeah, we're all wearing fur. And then you go into like this courtyard, and we all saw.
There was a courtyard by the comedy club where the farmer's market was, and just hundreds of people in horns.
And furs, and like, it was like a Renaissance fair, but for goats.
Yeah, so we didn't know what the fuck. But I Googled it. And it was they were all dressed as Krampus. Krampus is the German. It's like a half demon, half goat German tactic to scare children into being good.
Nailed it, Germany. Nailed it. I'm good now. I was in the elevator with 3 of them, and I was like, I'll never.
I was like, I'm so glad I'm not a kid anymore. Like,
dude, some of them had like demon eyes. Like some of them, like the contacts or whatever.
Yeah.
Or somebody had a mask where it was like glowing.
They got into it.
They really did. You gotta like, and I think that goes in with the fact that like we started to kind of notice from like the cafe being like kind of Halloween themed, and then there's being a bunch of ghost stories that Baltimore is.
It ain't right. No, I'm just kidding.
No. It's spooky.
It's a spooky place.
Yeah. I don't know. It was funny. Like, my mom came with us, and especially when we were driving out, there was like some bar when we were leaving that area that had skeleton. It had like a chicken skeleton, and then it had a regular skeleton. All this stuff that looked very Halloween. And I was like, nah, I think that's year round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. What was I going to say? It set the tone for spookiness. Like, our hotel was haunted, but then... Oh, it was the Thursday night crowd that, like, they told me Edgar Allan Poe had died in Baltimore, so I looked into that, and then I ended up seeing his grave, and then I found out the Ouija board? The Ouija board.
Not the Ouija board.
No, sure isn't. The Ouija board was founded in Baltimore, but technically Ohioans were playing with talking boards before Baltimoreans were, but they just patented it. Anyway, I learned a lot, and I wrote about it, but we had great shows. The people are awesome.
Yeah, it was super fun. A lot of fans. Thanks for coming out, fans. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk about the CEO murder more.
I think we're going to start talking about that.
They caught him. I am kind of bummed. Like, I was it's been a while since I've rooted for a stranger. I guess that people that are into sports, this is, like, not a big deal. Like someone gets a big deal and you're like, our boy did it, even though you've never met him before and he's, like, from Japan or something. Like, I just feel like other people are so used to this rooting for somebody outside of themselves because they're sports people, but I'm not a sports person.
So this was your Orioles.
This was I like that. This was my Orioles. I don't know, especially when they found the Monopoly money in his backpack. I was like, this guy's thought of everything. He showed his face, but he's on top of it. I don't know. I gave him a lot more faith than...
That was very funny. I mean, objectively hilarious. I think he had to be caught so that we could get some answers. Just finding out he was valedictorian of an Ivy League school. That is Italian.
Dude, I called it. I called it. I saw those eyebrows, and I said he's either Italian or Lebanese. And he's very Italian. I don't know, unless Luigi is another fake ID. His name might as well be like Luigi Mozzarella Lasagna. Like, it is the most...
Close.
It's insane.
Luigi Mangione. It's like, if that's not Italian, I don't know shit about shit.
Yeah, no, it's very Italian. His face is very Italian. So, and then, what was my original theory? It was that he was a disgruntled, I thought it was like his mom died or his kid died or whatever. We clearly didn't know he was 26. I thought it was something like that, but it is about, now we're learning it's about his dissatisfaction. Actually, it's kind of, I don't know how much you've watched.
No, please go on. Continue.
Thank you so much. They've done background. So his family's like super rich. So I think his grandparents and probably now his parents own a bunch of real estate, but what they also own is this end of life care facilities, and United Health was buying them up. So they were known for like high level end of care facilities. And United Healthcare, because he's from the Baltimore area. United Healthcare. Yeah, dude.
Oh, no. I need to edit my thing. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's from the Baltimore area.
Okay, right.
And he went to, I guess he went to like a private school in Baltimore. But his this is all, I watched 2 videos, obviously, don't listen to me. But from what they were saying or thinking is that, and I don't know if it's a part of it or it just has to do with his back injury that they're discovering, but his family owns high, like good quality, good, let's say, reviews, end of care life, but United Healthcare was buying up all of them and then clearly tanking the quality.
Crazy.
And it was becoming a monopoly. So they were someone, I don't know if it was them specifically, but United Health was also getting sued in Maryland for basically starting a healthcare monopoly with end of care because it was only going to be them as an option, which is like, none of this should be legal. This is all insane.
I could tell he was rich. Here's how I could tell.
Yeah, please.
Eyebrows 1. No, but 2, like, those are done. The backpack was a brand name that people recognized. And it was like, just threw it away.
Yeah,
along with his jacket.
Some rich kid shit, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he threw his jacket, a nice jacket,
Tommy
and a nice
Hilfiger,
backpack.
girl.
Threw it away with Monopoly money. Not real to him. Actually makes it better.
All money is Monopoly money to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think his teeth. I don't know. You just looked at the dude because you were still, by the time that first picture came out, you were still maintaining it was like a father and their kid was. I was like, this man is not a father. That is not the hero narrative. I don't know what.
I was just assuming like his mom, like, you know, they delayed whatever and his mom. And tons of those stories have come out since.
And then he had about a 3D printed gun. So it's like, do you know how much 3D printers are and how much it is to print shit? Even like this big?
Yeah.
A gun with a silencer?
Shut up.
Figuring out how to use that's time you spend on YouTube if you didn't go train somewhere, which, how do you have time?
Money. He went to school for engineering.
Oh, right.
That also makes sense.
Yeah, but he knew how to maneuver and he knew how to like...
Was that
that's what he was doing. He was maneuvering. Okay. And then his gun jammed and he knew how to take care of it. I thought he was in the army for that reason, but no. Anyway, that's rich people have time to learn all that.
Yeah, this is somebody with a lot of free time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so. I mean, I find everything about this fascinating. I was talking about it on stage in Baltimore. I don't know. There's something about this story and how it's kind of the media is shocked how everybody, left, right, all sides are on this guy's side and has upended and created so much talk about how corrupt private health insurance is and how everybody is getting screwed over. And now we're seeing this kid that comes from a rich family that I'm sure he had the money to deal with, and even he's upset. And I do see that. I do think you see, because there's people that are paying good money for good health insurance, and then when you need it, they're denying your, you know what I mean? Like, everything about this is corrupt. And so, I mean, I have understanding for people that are saying, like, this isn't the way we should be doing it, and you know, this person had a family, but it's like the CEO did not care about anybody else and anybody else's family. And this is people, you push people into I always say that, like, there's a hissing cat in a corner, and it's like, yeah, it has nowhere else to go. It's going to attack you to get by. Like, you can't keep pushing people into these corners and not expect somebody to explode. And I mean, everything about it is tragic, but so is America. America is so tragic right now. And everybody's watching being like, yeah, man, the guy 3D printed a gun because we have no laws. We're regulating nothing to keep anybody safe, from healthcare companies to regular companies to, you know what I mean? Our groceries are astronomical. We went to Europe and it was affordable.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we're in Europe and I'm just like, wow, Paris is...
I'm surprised at how much everything is costing here. Like...
And it used to just be you would come to the city and eggs are like $15 and you're like, dude, it's eggs. Like, what are we doing here? Is it because...
Bill Burr had that joke. It's like, why would I want to sleep in on a Sunday when I can pay $18 for eggs? And now we're like, $18 is a dream.
Yeah, well, where did you get those $18? But the thing is you go to Bumblefuck, Pennsylvania, maybe Altoona, Pennsylvania, and the eggs would be like $8. But now everywhere in this country I go, it is $18 eggs.
Yeah.
Like, it's the cheapest place I've gone has been Europe for food, because they're not, the companies aren't gouging everybody and using inflation as an excuse. So it's like, everybody's angry. Everybody's 3D printing guns. I don't know. That's
I mean, I'm glad it's like not as accessible as it, because I'm like, everybody would be.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
But I'm talking about it. I'm very excited. I'm following it. I've watched every video. He has a 6-pack. I'm sure you all know that. It'd be so funny if I just pull over and I have a poster of him like Taylor Swift. Okay. Do you want to do announcements, then fan mail, or fan mail?
Yeah. Announcements?
Yeah, announcements. Hi. This comes out. Oh, you've missed us. This comes out next week because we'll be updating you about Batavia.
We had a great time in Batavia.
We loved Batavia.
Loved it.
But yeah, so January is when I start touring again. So I'll be in DC. I'm at the DC Comedy Loft. I'm going to be in Seattle at Hereafter. Also great, wonderful venue. I'm in Janesville, Wisconsin. I think it's like 45 minutes outside of Madison, but I can't remember. I think it's been like 6-7 years since I've been in Wisconsin. So get in there, Wisconsin. And then a bunch of other dates, Charlotte, Miami, some other places in February. My dates, I'm going to be in New Orleans in April. It's all on my website, still adding stuff. Go check it out. And Maria?
I'm doing a reading of my pilot sitcom at the Bill Murray in London on January 29th. It's Wednesday. At 6:30. So, and then otherwise, yeah, check my website, mariashahada.com. Thank you to all of our patrons. You guys are the best.
Yeah,
we really appreciate it.
No, you guys have been awesome.
Yeah, and thank you for the YouTube tippers. You guys are awesome too. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really exciting to get those. And then,
are you able to bring up the email? I can't bring up the email.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. I'm doing announcements.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were done.
No, just follow us at 2 non-doctors, 2 non-full-word doctors on Blue Sky, and that's our Gmail address, 2nondoctors@gmail.com. And then YouTube also. And then Instagram is 2 non-DRS. Yeah. Okay. So, you want to read a fan mail?
Yeah.
This is from... Give me a second. I'm just trying to... This is from Michael. He came to the show. He came to the show in Baltimore. My daughter and I were at your Port Comedy Club show in Baltimore last Saturday. That is the smallest, most intimate comedy venue I've attended. Please keep coming there. We will always show up to see you. I just wanted to send a quick note to tell you both how much we love you. This is the 3rd year in a row that we have seen Liz when she's been in the Maryland, D.C. area. I was especially excited to see that you were touring together this time because I've been a 2 Non-Doctors podcast subscriber since the beginning.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you. Liz, I'm looking forward to seeing your Space Camp special. Your new material this year was great. It always is. Maria, loved your set. I hope you will be coming back to the area again soon. Hopefully. Keep up the great work and best wishes to you both and everything you do, Mike and Molly.
Best email. That's a solid email, Mike and Molly. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, this is such a rarity that we get to tour together. So
yeah,
we
appreciate it when people come out and say they listen to the podcast.
Hell yeah. Okay, googly googs.
Yeah, you want me to go first?
Yes, please.
Okay, I googled demon goats German. I mean, we already talked about it, so I feel like this Google was a mistake. But the Krampus is a half goat, half demon figure from German folklore that punishes children who misbehave at Christmas.
When did it get started?
It's a hairy-horned, cloven-hooved creature with a forked tongue and sharp fangs. Sounds like Evan.
Whoa!
He's usually depicted...
I think he's Norwegian, not goat, but all right.
He's usually depicted in black or brown, but sometimes with one hoof and one human foot. So when did it get started? Origins. The origins of Krampus are unclear. But some folklorists believe he may have pre-Christian origins. The name Krampus comes from the German word Krampen, which means claw.
Okay.
Give me the history again. Modern history. No origins. These pictures, I mean, Google Krampus. It's amazing.
Yeah, just nightmares.
I mean, but how did these people find each other? Did they all they all must have joined a Krampus group.
It's a meetup. It's a Krampus meetup. I love that. I wonder if, because it was in the square, I wonder if the city put it on. I mean, you could probably just organize something and be like, guys, we're doing Krampus.
Meet at the market.
Yeah.
In the 17th century, Krampus was paired with St. Nicholas as a helper. Because Nicholas is a saint, it wasn't logical or deemed saintly behavior for Nicholas to deliver punishments. Therefore, a helper was assigned to St. Nicholas, such as farmhand Rupert Smutsley or Père Foutard.
Those are both great names.
Who could go down the chimney or punish the naughty children. Krampus serves St. Nicholas in the same role. That's great. So it's like good cop, bad cop. Or like, he's like, I'm the good parent. I can't be seen yelling at people, so...
I like that.
That's funny that Christians got around that by going, well, he's a saint, so he can't trick people into being good. Well, how did Jesus get away with it? He was just likable, I think. Okay. In the aftermath of the 1932 election in Austria, the Krampus tradition was prohibited by the Dollfuss regime under the clerical fascist Fatherland Front and the Christian Social Party. In the 1950s, the government of Austria... I'm almost done, guys. And the government of Austria distributed pamphlets titled Krampus is an Evil Man for fear that encounters with Krampus might damage children's mental health. Have you seen the pictures of Krampus? They damage my mental health. I'm not a child. I'm in my 40s.
I mean, isn't that the whole point? Is that you should behave or Krampus comes? I'm just saying.
Towards the end of the century, a popular resurgence of Krampus celebrations occurred and continues today. The Krampus tradition is being revived in Bavaria, as well as along with local artistic tradition of hand-carved wooden masks.
I love this.
Yeah, great.
I'm a huge fan of Krampus now.
And wooden masks. Fun.
Fun.
I love Bavaria.
Is it weird that I saw that and I was like, does that say Batavia?
No, not at all. It makes sense.
Great Google. I learned so much.
Thank you.
Okay, what the hell did I Google? Nope, that's not it.
It was extradition.
Oh, yeah, because I'm so obsessed with this story that before he got caught in a McDonald's in Altoona, Pennsylvania, that's disappointing, we were Googling where could he escape to safely.
We had so much faith in this guy getting out of the country that we Googled which countries have don't have extradition treaties with the U.S., and we found a list of them, but he didn't make it past Pennsylvania, so...
It's funny because this list isn't similar to the one we had. So right now, it says China, Iran, North Korea, Russia, Montenegro, Brunei? Is that a place? Brunei? Brunei? I feel like I've heard that. Vietnam and Ethiopia. But then we also saw Cuba, Morocco. Oh, Indonesia.
Yes, because you were like, I'll go to Bali.
Because we were then discussing. Excuse me. Like, where would you go? And I said Indonesia, and you were like, why? I was like, Bali?
I go to Cuba.
Cuba sounds good too, but I don't know if I want like a 50s car, but
I definitely do. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Yeah, I think that's... Oh, this feels big. This feels more...
You know, before Castro died, he went around having... He had...
Oh, okay, sorry.
He had he had people go and take the anybody with an American refrigerator he had confiscated and taken away.
Hilarious.
So some old woman who had her... They interviewed some old woman who had her refrigerator. She's like, I've had this refrigerator for 50 years, and they just took it.
Okay, this one's more comprehensive. Montenegro... Allegra? Is it? Algeria. Sorry, there's my dyslexia. Enjoy that. China, Moldova, Solomon Islands, UAE, Vietnam, Brunei, Cuba, Indonesia, Iran, Morocco, Russia, Uganda, Belarus, Bhutan, Cambodia, Laos, Maldives,
yeah.
North Korea.
Ooh, I'd go to the Maldives. Sorry.
I don't know anything about the Maldives. Okay, North Korea, Saudi Arabia, Somalia. I don't know how to say that.
Me either. Vanuatu?
Vanuatu. I guess I'll go there. And Vatican City. So, criminals. Masterminds.
Go hang out with the Pope.
I don't know, I was just curious. I don't even know how he would get... I mean, if he had done it fast enough, I guess, and he didn't use his fake ID.
It seemed like he had a plan. Everything else was good at getting away from the scene. He did everything else well. He managed to get on a Greyhound bus, or whatever bus he got on, and get out of town.
Like a man.
Without anyone recognizing him.
He started strong.
And then he's on his laptop.
He's on his laptop in a McDonald's in a small town. What was your joke that you tweeted?
He had to know he was going to stick out at McDonald's. Like, he has a six-pack. Like, this guy, of course... You're the hottest guy at McDonald's.
What are you doing? To go.
To
go, my dude. To go.
Should have went to an Erewhon.
To go, my dude. Sit on a bench. To go. And he's on his laptop. Like, that's such, like...
I could see how he got caught on his laptop because it's just he was probably looking up at all the women who wanted to fuck him. Yeah. And he was just like, oh, she's hot. And then he just lost himself.
Yeah.
And then the guy's like, excuse me, can you take off your mask? And he refuses. And then he did.
And they gave a fake ID, and that's how they could pick him up.
Yeah.
That's a crime.
How fake was his fake ID that somebody at McDonald's was like, no.
Well, no, somebody recognized him at McDonald's.
Oh, the police came.
And then they called. So everybody's seen his picture everywhere. Some McDonald's employee was like, hi, I think I just gave a Big Mac to a murderer. Sorry, might be wrong. And then I don't know enough about police stuff to know if you can refuse to show your ID to the police, but he gave the fake ID to the police, and that, I think, is a crime. Somebody can correct me on this.
So don't give your fake ID to the police. Give it to people who aren't swiping it.
Also, I don't know anything about fake IDs, but I do know Jersey is always susceptible because I don't think it's true anymore, but up until, like, I think even post-college, New Jersey was the most faked ID because ours was, like, truly made with, like, paper mache and, like, tape. Like, it was just, everybody else had, like, the standard plastic or whatever, but ours, and I don't know if it's still true because I've lived in New York for 20 years, but the New Jersey license was the most craft positive ID that was out there, and everybody had a fake New Jersey license when we were trying to, like, drink in college and stuff. So it was funny. I think they showed a picture of it, and I was like, "Yo, this dude made this." Also, probably
where was the license from?
His fake one is Jersey.
Oh, Jersey.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
right.
That's anyway.
Jersey stinks, by the way.
It does. Like, immediately when you get in, it smells like New Jersey. And you made a callous joke.
Your dad had a Jersey candle, and
Greg's girlfriend brought it.
Okay, but your dad was like, I think he asked if I liked the way it smelled, or like, doesn't it smell like home or something? I don't remember. What did he say?
He goes, "It smells like Jersey, right?"
And I was like, "No, because it doesn't smell like garbage."
Jersey. And I was like, "He just made you eggs, Maria."
I don't think...
Disrespectful. Italians are killing people right now, and you went into my parents' home.
He didn't make Jersey smell like garbage. Your factories did. I don't know. Like, why is it disrespectful? Jersey, you stink. Clean it up.
What the hell? Okay. I'm going to get rid of Maria. This is now going to be one non-doctor. Thank you for listening. Thanks for supporting us. You guys have been awesome, and we're very, very grateful.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. See you next week.
Bye. Bye.